Montana Studios. This is NBC Montana Today.
Good morning, Montana. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jason Hurst. As you pour your coffee and make breakfast, let's help you finish the week strong and get you prepared to start your weekend. Coming up, we are tracking tourism dollars in the Flathead Valley as Canadians pull back on travel to the state, how much of a loss the region is seeing and its impact. Plus, officials announced 2 mental health entities in Montana will merge. The fight over limited resources inspiring the change and what it means for patients. And a measles outbreak in Montana continues to grow with new cases confirmed. How many in the counties impacted?
It's a beautiful morning with high pressure in control as we take a look from our camera on the East Ridge in Butte looking north. Right now we're 50 degrees with those sunny skies. We're going to continue to see some pretty nice conditions throughout the day today as we look at that day planner. Up to 60 by 10 o'clock into the low and mid 70s for this afternoon. That high temperature right around 75 to 76 degrees. And this is what we're tracking, is that ridge of high pressure that's going to continue to build into Saturday and at least the first part of Sunday. We're going to continue to see sunshine with near record heat for Saturday. I'll let you know how high the temperatures are going to climb and how long this warm and dry weather is going to be sticking around coming up here in about 20 minutes.
Summer is fast approaching and tourism is big business in Montana. That's where we begin our coverage this morning. Montana is a popular destination for Canadian tourists, but now those numbers are slipping. NBC Montana's Sadie Risen is working for you, investigating how Canadian tourism impacts the Flathead Valley.
One of our key markets for travel for Kalispell and the Flathead Valley has always been our Canadian neighbors.
Montana is home to 13 ports of entry between the U.S. and Canada. The primary gateway to the Flathead is the Roosevelt port near Eureka.
We're known to come here to shop and to recreate. I mean, we feel more like neighbors than two different countries, right? But we're seeing some decline.
According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, entry numbers at the Roosevelt port were steadily climbing. Since then, traffic has picked up during warmer months, but significant declines continue in the off-season. In Whitefish, a wide variety of outdoor recreation makes it a hot spot for tourists year-round.
Many of our visitors from around the West, Canada and the United States are all visiting here for the recreational opportunities.
Since January, Canadian spending in Whitefish has dropped about 20%. That's a loss of roughly $400,000, but domestic tourism has increased by 18%, helping offset the loss.
We have seen a significant uptick in spending from U.S. travelers. So we're seeing a lot more domestic travel, which is more than making up for the Canadian lack of travel.
Despite the dip in Canadian tourism, the Flathead is eager to welcome them back.
We want our Canadian neighbors to know that Kalispell is here, the Flathead Valley is here, and looks forward to having them return when they're ready or to visit now, that we welcome them and hope they come back and see us soon.
Reporting in Kalispell, Sadie Risen, NBC Montana.
In the latest health alert, health officials report 3 new measles cases in Montana. In Gallatin County, 2 adults tested positive for the disease. Officials say the first patient was hospitalized and since released. The patient's vaccination status is unknown. However, the second patient is vaccinated. So far, health officials have not found the exposure source as part as an investigation. Also, Flathead County reports its second measles case. Health officials confirmed an adult patient is now isolating at home after being hospitalized. Their vaccination status is unknown, and officials confirm 2 instances of public exposure to the patient at Logan Health on Friday and Monday. 2 Montana behavioral health groups are merging. AWARE and Western Montana Mental Health Center will unite under the name AWARE in the coming months. Matt Bunny, who leads AWARE, says organizations like Western Montana Mental Health Center and AWARE are in competition for limited resources.
Local grants, local funding, state grants, even Medicaid funding. employees. We compete for some of these same limited resources. And as we have collaborated, we realize we really can be better together.
Bunny says the merger aims to improve access to care and offer more services. Overlap between the two groups include mental health case management, psychiatry, and therapy. He says Western Montana Mental Health Center brings local government involvement and experience in treating substance use. Whereas services include autism treatment and programs for early Head Start. Bunny hopes there is no change in providers for current patients.
As we merge together, hopefully we're able to increase the number of employees through time to meet community needs. In other words, there's a job for everybody in this merger, and then some.
For more information on both organizations, visit our homepage, NBCMontana.com. Local hospitals were recently honored for their efforts. Providence St. Patrick's Hospital in Missoula and Providence St. Joseph Medical Center in Polson received national awards from Practice Green Health. In 2025, Providence St. Patrick Hospital was once again honored nationally with a Top 25 Environmental Excellence Award. Now, this award honors performance in sustainability programs, including leadership, waste, chemicals, greening the operating room, and much more. The Circle of Excellence Awards celebrate hospitals who not only earn an award for all-around sustainability achievement, but who have also been identified as the top scoring programs for each category of sustainability. Providence St. Joseph Medical Center won the Emerald Award for the top 20% of applicants and is focused on advanced sustainability programs and exemplary scores in a range of categories. Bitterroot Health announced it has been recognized as one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the nation for overall performance. This prestigious honor was awarded by the National Rural Health Association. NRHA pulls data from the Chartis Center for Rural Health to quantify overall hospital performance in 8 areas. Those areas are inpatient market share, outpatient market share, quality, patient outcomes, patient perspective, cost, charge, and finance. And we now visit with meteorologist Mitchell Coombs. And Mitchell, it's going to be hot out there, but when you're leaving your door to go to work or school, wherever you may be going, this morning, it might be a little cool, but as the day progresses, it's going to get hotter and hotter. So how do you dress? How do you prepare?
I was going to say today's a great day to kind of have layers on because it is going to be a little cool. It's still pretty mild out there right now in the 40s and 50s, but by this afternoon you won't need the jacket at all. You'll likely want to be in shorts if you can be. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s. But looking at those current conditions right now, 49 in Seeley Lake, 48 in Stevensville, as well as down in Ennis. Again, temperatures into the 80s for places like Ronan and Stevensville for this afternoon, 79 over in Whitehall. Now as we take it to Missoula, similar trend, 84 degrees, lots of sunshine. Could be a little bit breezy this afternoon with those winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Jason?
I think he answered it perfectly. Thanks, Mitchell. And coming up, a Sentinel High athlete is preparing to head off to college by looking at his past seasons. NBC Montana's Alex Hoffman sat down with him and shares what led him to where he is now. Plus, the man accused of organizing a string of burglaries in Flathead County answers the charges, the outcome, and what jail phone calls reportedly reveal. But first, let's take a live look over Missoula above TV Mountain at Snowbowl. Meteorologist Mitchell Coombs has your day planner right after the break.
The Billion Auto Group